Hey everyone! Welcome back. I am back today with the very last episode of Kamen Rider Saber. You guys, I can't believe how far we've come. I'm gonna miss this series an awful lot. My understanding is the last episode I watched was the finale, and this is some kind of epilogue. Like you guys know, like I accidentally watched I thought it was an after credits, and I saw in the like what's coming next that it looks like there's one more chapter. So I'm not exactly sure if that's just gonna be like an epilogue of like fast forward, where's everybody now, or whatnot. But I just can't wait to see it. I can't wait to spend a little bit more time with all our characters before we move on to the next series. It's just, it feels like we've spent a lifetime with our friends now, yet it just feels like it went by so fast too, if that makes any sense. So, I can't wait to get into it, you guys. So if you're joining me early today, you know just what that means. It means you are one of my awesome patrons. Thank you so much, and as always, I'm sending up those big old hugs right through that screen. And if not, still thank you for joining me today. I'm glad you're here. I do hope you'll consider supporting me that way. The link to my Patreon is going to be in the description down below. And if you are joining me on YouTube today, I would really love it if you could please like this video and subscribe to my channel. So, yeah, I mean, I was actually pretty surprised at how well we did wrap everything up last time. There was a part of me that was really expecting like someone to not make it out. And I'm still kind of like, it feels like Luna and everyone who was like not connected to Wonderworld, because there were like actual like human beings connected to Wonderworld, but it does kind of feel like our hallmark people of Wonderworld kind of ended up almost in like spirit form. So I guess they're just like living on in Wonderworld. That part I wasn't like super clear on, but they are like there. They are still existing in some kind of form. Even, you know, Storius, who we saw kind of had like a redemption like right at the end. And now he seems to be back to like his pre-madness self, along with Legiel and Zeus, and Tassel was back. And so it was just like it was a really beautiful ending. I gotta say, you guys know I cried the entire time, because there's just something about the power of imagination being like the most kind of like special thing, and having the power to even like save the world. It just really got me. It just really got to me. And I think it's one of the reasons why I got so particularly attached to this series, is that there's just something about that particular concept of like the wonder of everywhere you can go in your imagination through the power of fiction, you know. It's really special. I think it's like no big surprise that I really enjoy stories in any kind of form, you know, whether it's watching them or reading them, because I love making reaction videos. So that particular concept just really grasped me. So yeah, I really thought at the end there, I thought they were gonna pull something and have it like, no, Toma is just everywhere now. He's just a star in the sky, but he's not coming back. And I'm like, oh no, I know you're not gonna pull that on me. So he came back, but boy, did that not look like a eulogy at the end that May was giving. I was dying. So many great moments, guys. I guess it was the official wrap-up for the series, and I'm not sure what's going to happen in this one. I'm guessing just kind of like an epilogue, and maybe like a setup for the next series. I'm not sure. But you guys, there's one way to find out, and that's to jump right into the very last episode of Kamen Rider Saber. Let's go. And I'm so happy about that. I don't know why I'm crying. I thought I'd be done crying after the last episode, the one before this, but I'm just really gonna miss them, and I'm just happy to see where everything ended. I love the constant, I didn't remember her and Durendal, like May and Durendal having kind of maybe like a thing or liking each other, but I feel like they emphasized it a lot in this episode as kind of like a little, which one will she go with? And I love Reika's like scary reactions to all of it, because she's just like, no one can have her brother. No one can have her brother. They better not even think about it. So it was just so much fun, happy, lighthearted stuff. And to be honest, all of it, like the whole focus was like very happy and positive and lighthearted. And I think that just really drove it home to me that after everything we've been through on this series, I mean, this was not a, I mean, it definitely had its light, fluffy moments, but this was a heavier series, I would say. Like, we really went to some places in this one, and I felt like they did try and keep it a little bit unpredictable with like, we don't know, you don't know who you're gonna lose. Like, you don't, it's not gonna be like everyone's safe because they're part of the main story or whatever. And for all of it to end just so happily where, you know, even like the people who have like died are still kind of like watching from afar. But all our friends just ended up in great places and get to decide their futures and get to be together if they want to be together. So I'm guessing that May and Rintaro matching was the indication that they're together. They didn't come right out and say it, which I think is kind of fun. That like, although I really would have loved to have seen like an actual like solid something. I would have loved that too, but I think it was kind of for the sake of the comedy, and we know May brought a lot of the comedy aspect to the series, for them to kind of like keep us guessing on what was going to happen was kind of fun. So, alright guys, let's get right to it. We got to meet our new rider in this one. Full disclosure, I accidentally saw a photo briefly of the suit, so I knew it was going to be shades of red and blue. I thought when I saw it, it was like a washed out build. So that's why I didn't just like immediately look away. I saw it on the internet somewhere. But that's all I really knew of it. I feel like I had heard that it was going to be an anniversary season, but I forgot that before I watched this. So I was like bowled over when he said passing through. I'm like, is that a coincidence? And then I realized the Decade tribute in the appearance, and I absolutely love that concept. That he's a rider who has like a demon inside him who comes out to help him. It feels very double-ish. It feels very Den-O-ish to me. And I feel like it's going to be a very lighthearted, fun, wacky kind of dynamic, which I think is going to be really fun to watch, especially after this one did get kind of dark. And I don't know, maybe this one will be, maybe that's just, maybe that's not indicative of, you know, what the series will be like. Maybe they will get a little dark on the next one. I don't know. But I think it's going to be so much fun. And I already love our new rider. I already love the suit. I love the concept. I love the fact that there's going to be shout outs and tributes to all different riders, thanks to it being an anniversary season. I'm just so here for it. I cannot wait. As sad as I am to close the book, sorry guys, I had to do it, on this current chapter of Kamen Rider, I'm really, really, really excited that we're just going to jump right back in for more. And it's like, they just don't miss a beat either with these Toku shows, because it's like, hey guys, see you next week. There's like no break, there's no breathing time. We're like, nope, we're going to see you next week in the next brand new Rider series. So, so that's just, it's just awesome, guys. I just loved it. I loved Saber. It was, I think like I was saying earlier, the concept just particularly grabbed me. The characters were so well built. We had so many characters and riders on the show. And I can honestly say I felt just really close to all of them. I felt like we got to know them all personally. I felt like they were all distinctive. And I was really invested. So I'm just gonna miss it, but I love that we got a little epilogue where we got to have a little interaction with the new rider and see what he's all about, have a fun little story about friendship, and just kind of establish where everyone's going from here. So I guess Ogami's gonna be a teacher, Daishinji's gonna go back to being a regular swordsmith, Rintaro, Durendal, Reika, Sophia are going to run the sort of logos, but it's going to be, there's going to be a council now. It's no longer going to be one person controlling it all, which I think is awesome. And it really helps wrap up Rintaro's story too, that he had so hard of a time coming to terms with anything about this organization being faulty when it took him in at his worst, you know, at his time of most need. And the fact that he would get to, because we heard him say a while back, like, I'll rebuild this organization. Like, I don't hate the organization. I will make it better. And the fact that he did come through on really affecting that change is just, I think it's a great way to wrap up his story. Kento staying with Toma to run the store is wonderful. Ren just kind of going off and training and getting better and better. Yuri with his little tree and just loving on his tree and doing his thing, getting selfies with the tree. Oh my God, I love it. I absolutely love it. I will miss our Saber friends, but I am so excited. So is it said Revice? Is that how it's pronounced? I didn't really hear them say it, but I know I heard them say Vice. So I'm assuming that it's going to be a Vice sound and not like Revis. I don't know. Clue me in, and I'm sure we'll find out next week. I'm sure they'll be saying it all the time in the show. I don't think we have to worry about that. So, all right, guys, this was an incredible journey. I really hope you'll all join me for the new series, because I don't want to say it wrong, but I really hope you'll join me for that, because I think it's going to be a great one as well. I loved this. I hope you enjoyed watching along with me. As always, thank you so much for joining me today. Please be sure to join me for a brand new series next week, and we will watch it together. Bye for now, guys.